friends, and welcome to another reading vlog. I've just come back from a beautiful walk along the Pentuan Trail, which is one of my favourite walks, and it was so beautiful seeing some of the leaves already turning brown and just those little hints of autumn already starting. I feel like when it gets to the end of August, my brain starts to go into it's nearly autumn mode, even though technically autumn doesn't, like proper autumn weather doesn't really start until mid to late September. In my head, as soon as August is over, it's autumn. I find summer to be the hardest month to motivate myself to read. And I think that's for many reasons. I think partially there's just so much more to do outdoors, especially in Cornwall where there's not a lot of indoor things to do. I think also for me, there's something about the rainy, misty, cold days that really puts me in the mood to read. And the bright sunny days just puts me in the mood to go outside. And so I tend to find every summer that my reading slows down quite a bit. But because of that, my reading goal is falling behind. I think on Goodreads, I'm 3 books behind schedule, or 4 books, 3 or 4. So I need to pick it back up. And I need to get myself out of a reading slump, because I've definitely been finding myself just not wanting to read for the last few weeks. Which means I have quite a few unfinished books that I'm going to try and wrap up today in this reading vlog. So the first book that I want to finish is A Sky Painted Gold by Laura Wood. I'm not very far into this book. I think I'm 30 or 40 pages in. This has been on my summer reading TBR all summer, and I don't know why I've just not gotten around to it all summer. So I really want to make sure that I actually read it and finish it before this month is over and I'm into autumnal books mode. So this book was pitched to me as The Great Gatsby meets Gilmore Girls, but set in Cornwall, which sounds amazing. That sounds like a blend of all of the things I would love in a book. It's set in 1920s in Cornwall, and we follow a character whose sister, her older sister, is just about to get married at the start of the book. She's kind of having a bit of an identity crisis as a result of this, because her and her sister have always had this close bond and this close relationship, and they've really felt intrinsic to each other's lives, and now she's having to say goodbye to a massive part of her life, and as a result is having to question herself and what she wants to do with her life and who she really is as an individual. There is also a very rich family who've come from outside of Cornwall into this local area, and they've bought this massive house and throw massive glamorous parties, very Great Gatsby style, and I believe our main character gets entangled in them somehow with some of the people in the family. So yes, I'm really excited for this one, and I'm going to try and finish this one first today. It's also a young adult historical fiction, so it's quite fast paced to read, so I think I'm going to get through this one fairly quickly. When I finish this one, I really want to finish Hind's Feet on High Places by Hannah Hurnard. If you watched my typical week of reading vlog that I did maybe a month or so ago, I actually started reading this in that vlog, and then ever since then I've just kind of lost the motivation of reading it. It's a very allegorical story about the Christian faith, and I'm enjoying it, but it's not like a gripping tale. So I've been finding that I've needed to read like a chapter and then give it a break, and then read another chapter and then give it a break. But I'm almost finished with it now. I think I've got like 50 pages left, so I'm going to try and actually finish it today. So go and grab yourself a cozy cup of tea or coffee, and let's get on with the reading vlog. I've just reached the halfway point in A Sky Painted Gold, and I've been reading for about 2.5 hours, and I'm about 200-ish pages in, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's such a warm and bubbly and comforting kind of story. You can really tell that the author loved writing this book. Like, this was a labour of love for her. There's just something so magical about reading about places that you've been to and that are kind of your everyday normal. Not that going to glamorous parties that I have to swim across the sea to is my everyday normal, but you get the gist. I'm not really sure at the halfway point what the story actually is. It's more just about characters dealing with things in their lives. So I definitely say it's a character-driven story more than a plot-driven story, but if you want the feel of the warm summer sun on your body when you're lying on the beach, and the feeling of swimming in the sea, and apple orchards in the sunshine, and just all of those things that feel really beautiful about summer, this book has all of those things in it, which I'm really enjoying. I can definitely see the comparisons to The Great Gatsby and just F. Scott Fitzgerald's writing in general. And I can kind of see the comparison to Gilmore Girls. I think the main character, Lou, is very like Rory in the fact that her personality is very similar. She really likes reading and writing. She's quite studious. She loves Agatha Christie novels, and she's writing a book in the story. And the relationship between her and her older sister is a little bit similar to the relationship between Rory and Lorelai in Gilmore Girls, so I can kind of get that comparison a little bit. It's got that same kind of cozy, comforting feel to it as that show does for me. So yes, I'm really enjoying this, and I definitely think I'm gonna be able to finish this in the next 2 or 3 hours, which is great because I am ticking away those books down on my reading goal. And I felt like this would be a good point in the video to have a little bit of a heart-to-heart with you. The day that this video goes up on my channel, it will be almost to the day 1 year since I posted my first video on this channel. Starting this channel is something that I've wanted to do for such a long time, and there's been so many things that have stopped me from doing it, and I just sort of went for it a year ago. I just decided that it didn't matter if I was awkward, it didn't matter if it didn't go well, it didn't matter if I couldn't make it through a year of posting videos. It didn't matter if no one subscribed to me. Part of the reason that I did this channel was to inspire me to read more again, and to inspire me mostly to write again. And it's done both of those things. So me being me, I set myself the goal of getting 1,000 subscribers in the first year of doing this channel. And as of filming this video right now, I'm on almost 950, and I am so grateful to every one of you who has subscribed to this channel, who watches my videos, who comments on my videos, and just engages with me on here. Honestly, it means so much to me. This channel has been an absolute joy for me this year, and I am so excited to carry on making videos into the next year. I have some really exciting videos planned for autumn, and then also in December I'm planning to do Vlogmas. Probably not posting a video every single day because I work a 9 to 5 and that will be very challenging to do, but maybe posting a video every other day. That's my kind of thinking at the moment. I also have some really exciting ideas for other things that I want to start from this channel, but I'm holding out on them for a little while because I want to make sure that I can viably sustain it. So be excited about that. Hopefully those things will be coming in the next year of this channel. But yeah, I just wanted to pause at this point in the video and say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. It means so much to me that you watch my videos. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's now almost dinner time, so I'm gonna go and make some dinner and eat my dinner and get back to some reading afterwards. So I will check in with you again once I've finished the book.
The live version where he does a medley of all the commercial jingles he's written.
Don't worry, everyone's allowed a guilty pleasure now and again.
Oh, very diplomatic from the girl who had the Bryan Adams poster above her bed for 2 years.
Ink.
Do you have a guilty pleasure, Luke?
Nah.
Are you into music?
Sure.
Monosyllabic man strikes again.
We'll have 2 muffins, please.
You got it.
I have finished Hind's View on High Places. It's only taken me about a month to read this pretty short book, but I'm glad that I've finally finished it. This book tells the story basically of a person whose name is Much Afraid. The idea being that she embodies fear. It's basically her journey with her companions' sorrow and suffering as she goes to kind of train with this great shepherd. And that's the story basically, but it's all a depiction of the Christian faith and how to get through times that are tough and why we suffer and what we can do with that. So it was a very beautiful story, and I definitely recommend reading it if you are interested in that sort of thing. So that is the end of this video. Thank you so much if you stayed all the way through. Also, before I finish this video, I do just want to say again a huge thank you to everyone who supported me with this channel whether that's in real life or virtually over the internet. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. And just thank you for being here. As I said earlier, it's felt like a huge achievement to have done this channel. And I feel like I've grown so much with it, and grown in so many things that I had lacked so much confidence in before, which sounds like a really pithy thing to say, but this year I feel like I've had a noticeable growth in my confidence in my creativity, which is something that I was really struggling with over the last couple of years. And making these videos and doing this channel has been the core thing that has reminded me of my passions more and has increased my belief in my ability to do those things. So I'm sorry if that sounds really vague, but I guess that's the best way I can describe it. All this to say, if you have a passion that is burning in your heart that you really want to pursue, and you're not doing it because you are afraid of what other people will think, or you're afraid that you're going to fail, please just try. When I look back at my earliest videos, I cringe so much at how weirdly I speak and at how I can't look at the camera lens for more than about 2 seconds. And there's just so many things that I look at, and I'm sure in a year's time I'm going to look back on these videos and think exactly the same thing. But you've got to try and you've got to learn, and you will grow. And if you can push past that fear, then I believe you can do great things. So I'm very tired. I'm about to go to bed. I wish you a good night, friends, and I will see you very soon in the next video.